Welcome to Synchronicity. I'm on a boat. It's a fucking yacht in the middle of the Mediterranean. What the fuck is going on? Holy shit. I also, at this point, I have to like gate myself. I don't want to gate myself, but I don't want to. This is not relatable. I understand that. I understand what's going on. This is unrelatable content. But let it serve as proof that your imagination does create reality, and that'll be challenged as an idea, as a belief, forever. And when I say imagination, what I'm talking about is your consciousness, your sense of I am. I use the word imagination because it's something that like a small kid can understand. Like everyone understands when we say imagination, it's these things in our mind that we have pictures of, maybe sounds of, and that is actually what's really generating this reality. I think I've spoken about it before, but basically my conception of this world is that what's crazy is holy shit. Just let me back up for a second. I'll pause it there. I'll tell you my conception of the world. Before I recorded, I was like, I don't have that much to say. I have all these notes, and I'm like, I don't know. And then as soon as I start talking, it's like a fucking geyser. Okay, anyway, back to the conception of what the world is. I don't even think we're moving. I don't think we're doing anything here. I think we're basically recreating reality at every moment, and we give the illusion that we're walking somewhere, that we're swaying in a boat in the middle of the Mediterranean, you're in your apartment, or you're here at a park, or whatever it is, right? We just put these things into reality via our belief that they exist. And that's weird. I know that. It feels like we're walking. It feels like we're doing shit, of course. Don't deny that. But I think that's what's going on. If you ever saw the show The Good Place, you know how they kind of construct reality like piece by piece, kind of like a game or a simulation or something. That's kind of what it is. I don't believe in simulation. I'm just going to talk about everything. All right, that's how we're going. Jeez, I thought I was going to be subdued. I was like, I'm not going to talk about a lot of stuff, but apparently I got a lot of shit to say. But I don't really believe in the simulation theory that it's a program per se. That like that's I feel that that theory lacks some imagination, perhaps, like that it's going to be computers. Really? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe it's computers. Who knows? That's a reality. If you can imagine it, you can move there. But I think it's probably a little more subtle than that. Perhaps more organic, although there's nothing wrong with computers. I love them. Okay. Also, we're going to listen. People have been asking for it. So if you don't like this, skip ahead. I'm guessing it's going to be like 5-10 minutes. We're going to talk about cryptocurrency because shit is popping off again. The dollar is losing value. There's the whatever they call it index. Listen, I'm past the point of trying to explain tokenomics and Bitcoin and immutable blockchain stuff to people. Here's the deal. There's a server. It's CryptoSync. If you join the Discord, join the fucking Discord. If you join the Patreon, you get access to the Discord. You can understand there's a community of people who have now outpaced me in their understanding of what the fuck is going on. I just stack Bitcoin. It's really fucking simple. It's not hard to do. But if you're interested in that right now, you're probably going to be start hearing a lot more about it. Maybe Bitcoin, maybe Ethereum, maybe Ample, maybe VeChain. Who the fuck knows? Maybe you'll hear about it. Maybe you won't. If you want to find out more about it from a community who like they've been in this shit for at least 3 years, going on 4 years now, it's a good place. It's a good resource. Take it from someone who invested in Bitcoin. I say invested. I bought $400 worth of Bitcoin in 2013. It was $130 about. I've made a lot from then, lost a lot. It's fun. It's a fun game. If you can approach it as fun, that's my only investing advice. I'm not a financial advisor, obviously. But my only investment advice is don't put anything in that you can't afford to lose and have a good time. Like everything else. If you have a good time, it doesn't matter the result. You ever play a game and lose? I'm getting crushed by Denise and backgammon left and right. It's certainly not fun when that happens. I'm trying to figure out how to get better so it'll be fun. I like it. It's fun. You want to play games? It's going to be fun. Okay. All right, let's get into it. What do I got to say today? Shit's good, guys. I mean, it is. I'm not just talking about for me. This stuff is accessible. That brings me to my first point. This is out of order. Whatever. There's notes. My first point is if you really can feel like you have it all, that like this is how you'll know that you've stepped into like a very abundant mindset. If you feel like you have so much that you like feel necessarily like you need to share, not out of some sense of obligation, but out of like, holy shit, like how could I not share this? I have so much. How could I not share it? That's a really good state to live from because no one would feel like that if they didn't feel like they had enough. It's very interesting. Now you can take certain actions. I've done this. You can start spending money. You could maybe call it reckless. I wouldn't call it reckless, but if you don't limit yourself about what you can do, you'd be surprised how you actually necessarily just run the script to have what you need. And then you can scale up. Also, I think it's worthwhile. A lot of people think like they want money. They want a lot of money. What are you going to do with it? Do you want to just sit back and do nothing? How much would you actually need to just sit back and do nothing? Figure that out, and then, maybe target that if that's your goal. But if you want to do other stuff, you have other projects, you'd like to do things, maybe think about that. I don't know. I think MindPod Network is going to be, I was thinking about this earlier. I think we're going to do more stuff. I don't know. I don't sound like that fucking anime cosplay guy. The I don't know guy. I don't know. I don't know. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? It's TikTok, guys. It's fucking TikTok. Holy shit, this is going to be a loosey-goosey episode. Rocking on the Mediterranean. Oh, yeah. Drove in Istanbul. Did I tell people that? Did I mention that? That's fucking crazy. Denise is acting like it's not that big of a deal, but it is. It's fucking crazy out there. It's totally insane. People are driving around like fucking maniacs. There's fucking cows running in front of the fucking road. I can't even tell you like 99% of the shit that's been going on since I've been in Turkey. It's insane. It's the timeline doesn't make sense. So we'll do a fucking recount one time. I'll mention some highlights. Drove 145 miles per hour. That's fun. I think that's like 230, 240 kilometers. That was fun. I was told this was okay to do, and then in retrospect realized that was probably pretty fucking fast, but that was great. On a yacht, mentioned that. Oh, sailboat. A 100-foot sailboat almost tipped over that we were on. It didn't because Denise's dad is an amazing captain, but the mast, the keel got stuck in this huge fucking sail. This is the biggest sail you've ever seen. If you're on my Instagram, you saw the sailboat. It's fucking insane. It almost fucking tipped over, and I didn't know this was going on. At one point, Denise goes back to me and she's like, yo, we may want to move to the back of the boat because in case we need to jump off. And at that point, I was like, maybe this is more serious than I thought it was. But just continue to drink my beer and we didn't tipped over. Praise Neptune. Cool. That's fun. All right. Those are some things that are going on. Let's get into shit that's applicable and relatable and practical for you. Spoke about crypto. Crypto does reflect the illusory nature of money. That's something everyone should learn at some point. It's just a thing, and you can have what you need no matter what. Did I need to buy a yacht to be in a yacht? No. But here I am. It's fucking awesome. Unrelatable content. I understand. Life does just keep getting better and better when you accept that. If you can really just, I know it can sound foolish. I'm going to stop giving the caveats every single time I say this shit. But if you just accept that as a reality, prime yourself for it, remind yourself of it, watch what happens. It only takes once, so you can fail all the times. But it takes one time. In times of darkness, stay light. This is a fun little pun. Basically, what this means is if shit's getting heavy, if shit's getting real, if you can just stay like light and playful and curious, think Page of Cups in the tarot. Someone fucking told me, you know who you are. There's someone on Instagram who always tells me I have cotton mouth. They're like, I can't listen. I have some weird thing where I can't listen. You know who you are. You ever say it every time, and this time I actually heard I have cotton mouth. So I'm going to take a sip of water. There you go. You happy? I smoke a lot of weed. This is what happens. Edibles make it worse. Whatever. There's water. I'll go back there if I need it. Fucking made me self-conscious of the cottonmouth lady. Jeez. Okay. Times of darkness, stay light. Think Page of Cups. Think of the energy of no matter what's going on, you're just cool. You're loosey-goosey. Not in a too loosey-goosey way. You just recognize kind of the cosmic joke of everything. If you can maintain that vibe, you're good. Pretty much. It's that simple. Dare to assume that you are what you'd like to be. It's pretty easy. Just assume it. People are like, assuming makes an ass out of you and me. It's like, all right. I mean, have you tried it in the positive context? Assume yourself to be an amazing person. Trust me, you'll pay attention where you need to clean up. It's like you don't assume yourself to be an amazing person and not do the shadow work to actually get to that point. It's really not how it works. You can trust in that. I mean, it's like, what do you think? Come on. That's how it works. We're living in duality. Let yourself amaze yourself. That's a good one. Just allow yourself to amaze yourself. I think this is really blah, blah, blah. I think this is really clear when you're playing an instrument or practicing something, whatever it is. Could be an athletic thing too. And you see like, holy shit, how did I do that? That's cool. That's a nice vibe to live from. What else we got? Heaven on Earth is good. I highly recommend it. That's true. You do get to that point, and we can't stay there. There's a necessary fall. All right, whatever. You can scale up. Think of these cycles like a spiral upwards. It's not that you don't go through the same experiences, you get a higher and higher perspective about what's going on. That's basically what we're doing. As you spiral upwards, similar situations, similar vibes, but you get a better perspective on what's going on so you can see more clearly. That's it. It's like birds. Birds. Bound to Fall in Love. Go listen to Bound 2 by Kanye. I'll have a playlist come out soon with the sample he got that from, but goddamn, that's a good song. Kanye's so cool. I read what my news is? People are like Trump and all this other stuff and Corona. I'm reading that Kim and Kanye. That's like my only Apple News thing. That and the Miami Dolphins. They're trying to play sports. Has anyone seen baseball? I mean, I know this isn't like my fucking main audience, but I know there's enough of you who pay attention to sports. You've seen the cardboard cutouts of people. What the fuck is going on? Like, I mean, clearly we live in bizarro world. That that the psychology of baseball players is dependent on card. It's like almost insulting. If I was a baseball player, I'd be like, dude, what the fuck? Like, I'm not. I understand they're not real. Me think cardboard cutout is real. Me play baseball better. It's like that's basically what they're saying to them. But anyway, that's cute. The NFL is going to try to continue on its path of paying attention to no logic and still somehow existing. They're going through it. And I don't know. It's fucking they stop jersey exchanges at the end of the game. Meanwhile, these guys are like mangling each other's fucking faces 4 hours. I love it. I love it. It's just insane. People are opting out. The Patriots are getting hit hard. Definitely some Schadenfreude there. Not too much. Not too much. Enough that the Dolphins make the necessary progression in a weird of virus. Okay. Let's go from there to seal the matrix of self-generation. Natural segue. Totally nailed that. Definitely what most people think of after the NFL. Seal the matrix of self-generation. Basically, what this is talking about, this is taken from the Sulkin. Some people on Instagram will see on the stories I post those things and I put music. Those things and I put music. Jesus, dude. The screenshots of these phrases in a row, as good as you're getting for this description. It comes from this Tzolk'in, which is a calendar, Mayan. We're gonna go with Mayan calendar, and it's pretty fucking awesome. And one of the phrases was "seal the matrix of self generation." Basically, what this means is like once you understand you're running the fucking show, seal that shit like a tomb. That's it. Lay down like an Egyptian king or queen who's long gone in your tomb. That's just your consciousness. Let it happen. When you seal that, the matrix of self-generation, you've entered a pretty fucking cool place. So do that. Go play and have some fun. That's big Page of Cups energy coming on. Maybe it's because I'm at sea, perhaps, but still, it's a good one. Have you realized you're the universe yet? This was a popular tweet. Lots of people tweeted like this, retweeted it. This when people say the universe out there and they're like, this is how the universe works. It's like, that's you. That's you. It's not some set of external circumstances superimposing their reality on you. You can play that game. It's so much fucking fun. It's so cool. Very feminine energy, the world, too. Not a bad thing. Shouldn't be resisted. Should be honored and loved. But also, that's you. You're both. You're all those things. Genders, fucking everything. All the energies. Genders. I think I meant not generities. Generities. All right, we'll go with generities. You're generities. What I mean is you're both masculine and feminine energies. Generities. Uh, basically, you're both of those, and that is everything that creates this world. You have the feminine component, which is materiality, physicality, creation, destruction. You also then have the masculine order, right? Logic, rational, organization. I'm going to do this, and imbalance doesn't necessarily, is a key point. I don't want it to be lost. Balance doesn't necessarily mean 50-50. Balance means whatever according to the situations. Think of it like a boat. If it's rocking and you remain evenly distributed in weight at all times, you're not necessarily going to be balanced. You're going to tip because you're going to need to maybe put more weight on the one that's going if it's tipping to the right. So there's different levels of balance that you would need to have in given situations. Just remember that. It's not a static state of 50-50. You don't have to be perfect. I am 50-50. Also, it's just probably not going to work energetically in this planet. Also, the stars are incredible. You guys look at the stars. Go look at the stars in the sky. Jupiter, super fucking bright. Right next to it is Saturn. They're in like right near Sagittarius and Capricorn. I'm trying to learn like some astronomy. I'm trying to like do Moana stuff. That's what I'm really trying to take advantage. I'm swimming in the ocean, trying to do Moana stuff. I'm in my element. Water. Let's do it. Women are so amazing. Just wait. Oh yeah, that was a tweet. Women are amazing. Oh, so what primed this tweet or thought was my sister recommended a book, The Queens of Egypt. What the fuck is the name of the book? I don't remember. But it's about the first six when women ruled the world, right? And it's about the six queens of Egypt. And man, fucking cool. Very fucking cool. Egypt stuff also cool. Book of Doors I've been getting into from Rodin from Water Baby Tarot. Really good tarot set of cards, not tarot. There's a set of cards and a book. It's great. Cool. I love this episode. Is all the fuck over the place. The end of suffering. Let's just gloss over this big ass fucking thing or not. The end of suffering. Let's talk about this for a second. Here's the truth. When people say life is suffering, they're just basing it on their reactions to circumstances that happen, right? Of course, if you look at yourself as a concentrated sense of self that is always rigidly put together, you're going to experience what people call suffering because that's a very difficult thing to maintain over time. But the looser you can get with that sense, but still maintain this inner core sense of self, if that's what you desire, you're going to be able to modulate your suffering quite well. And I think I've spoken about this before in the episode called The Pain Game, but where we talk about the function of pain and how it focuses you in on certain aspects. Pain, challenges, difficulties, uncomfortableness are not necessarily bad things, and they don't need to create suffering, right? If you can get that and understand what their function are, I heard someone say this recently. I know I mentioned it in a few episodes, but if you can not let pain and suffering and bad shit hit you in like a fucked up way, but like actually recognize, oh, this is just what happens before amazing shit happens, you're in good shape. You're really in good shape. And that's how you really deal with suffering. And also recognizing that you have a lot of power. You're I know people like to play this game like I'm just this small little speck of dust in a great big world and all these other things. And if you think about how small I am, it's just, it's not even worth it, And people do this as like to stay humble, of course, yeah, but whatever. You're also everything. You're omnipotent. There are other people who can maybe preach how small you are and how unimportant you are. That's not my job. I'm taking more water, Cottonmouth lady. Here you go. Now people have to listen to me fucking drink water all the time because you've gotten in my head. You have real estate. You got a prime spot on the beach. Well done. Hyper aware of my fucking mouth now. Great. Also have a huge fucking pimple. How do you feel about huge pimples? You know the ones that like come, they're not like acute. The acute ones you can deal with. Boom, gone. But like the ones that are like they build over time and it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do? I attack them. I physically mangle myself. It's just my approach. I feel it's worth it. Yes, do I end up with the big fucking scab for, a few days? It's worth it. Okay. The end of suffering, definitely. Cool. Way to wrap that one up. If you have questions, join the Patreon. I'm not gonna talk about this shit forever. Songs are your feelings and guess the name of the episode, of course. Songs are your feelings, and guess what? You're the DJ. This is the best way to look at your feelings. You can serve up whatever you want. Go listen to a song that makes you feel one way, then go listen to a song that makes you feel another way. You see the difference? So you feel differently based on the song. Maybe the lyrics hit you a certain way. Maybe the chords hit you a certain way. Maybe the structure, maybe the person. Who knows what it is? Maybe the ingenuity. Whatever. They're different feelings. You can serve those up for yourself. If you want to be aided by people, podcasts, shows, music, art, food, great. All feelings, all feelings. But if you set the feeling in advance, if you feel endlessly fulfilled and abundant and loving, guess what the fuck? Take it from someone in the fucking I'm in the fucking Mediterranean during a pandemic. What the fuck is that? You don't think I know how weird it is, just to be clear. I don't want to make it seem like this is normal. Fucking normal times. Yeah, it's in a yacht in the Mediterranean. It's fucking crazy. I understand that. But the feeling nailed this shit. Nailed this shit a long time ago. So did you. Just accept it. Okay. Name of the episode. Great. But just understand that you serve up the feelings you want to, you know, there are times for sadder songs and emotional songs. Accept those too. But serve them up yourself. Know you're consciously doing it. Don't train wreck. What train wrecking is when the beats go off, it's like it's no good. No one likes that. Gotta fix that shit. Spoke about that. From chaos to cosmos. We're gonna be getting into dreams more and more. We'll be delving into them as this world becomes more dreamlike and it becomes more apparent that what you go to sleep at night. I had some crazy dreams last night, by the way. When you go to sleep at night, that's not that different than this world. In fact, it's actually the same in a lot of ways. From Chaos to Cosmos is this book, The Art of Dreaming, right? Denise was like, hey, check this book out. Did I bring it? I hope I brought it. Shit. It might not be on the boat. But anyway, there's this very cool point that was being made about chaos and cosmos. And a lot of people think this world is just endlessly chaotic and there's no sense and there's no organization. And we send those people love. And we'll let them know, sure, that's a reality you can tap into. But if you'd like some cosmos, some structure, some numinosity, some lovingness, you can go to Cosmos whenever you want. And that is a place I think a lot of people who are alive right now and able to listen to this, that's what they're seeking. They're like, we've done this chaos shit. Is it possible to go to like order and cool and fulfillment and like harmony? Is that possible? And I think it's total. I mean, I don't think it's possible. It's totally possible. You can do it. You're doing it. You've done it. Accept it. Remember time travel from the future to where you are now to be like, yo, I'm perfect. I fucking nailed this shit. And then you go from now back to your past self. Remember when you weren't like, you go back, you find that version, you say, oh no, it's good. You got it. And you complete this cycle. You keep doing it. And it's great. And you just like healing yourself. You run like the meta program of healing yourself. You can also do it for ancestral stuff, whatever, guilt, shame, trauma. It's super easy. It's not hard. Go back to imaginal techniques number 1 if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. From there, there's like a series of, I don't know, like 10 to 20 techniques how to do cool shit. Someone should organize it and make it easier. Not me. Okay, when imagining, there's no need to be anxious or concerned with results, right? As sure as the sun will rise, results will follow. It's pretty much that easy. If you get concerned and anxious, that's not bad either. Doubt is okay. Eventually you won't doubt things. Like when you began to drive a car, I bet if you drive a car or ride a bike or whatever it is, I don't know, walking, we're probably not that conscious of it in our current memories, but when you start doing an activity that seems kind of fucking crazy, getting more water, lady. I don't even know if I need to at this point. Now it's just in my head. Now it's just totally, I guess I'm drinking more water. It's not a bad thing. I should thank you still. But when you were learning to do something, basically you had a lot in your mind. Well, I got to be aware of this, got to be that. And then at a certain point it became autopilot. That's how this shit works too, for real. And then you experiment and you fun. People are like, well, doesn't that kill the mystery? Yeah, if you're a fucking dork. Yeah, okay, yeah, mystery's done. Totally. You fucking kidding me? Have you lived here? Yeah, it kills the mystery. There's no mystery. Okay, but I mean, have you lived here? There's always mystery. I've never not been mystified. Mysticism, mystery, pretty good. For you with me. Okay. All right. So just if you do get anxious or concerned when you imagine something and it's not like immediately happening, it's all good in the hood. It's cool. But there's no need to be, is what I'm saying. Okay. Got it. What is this? That one's too fucking pompous. We'll go to the next one. Your path is one of eternal curiosity. That really meshes with what I was just saying related to mystery. You're curious, there's mystery. Boom. You got it. We're creating new shit. It's fun. Put your soul on the line. I like this. This is like gambling. You got to really put yourself out there. You ready to believe this shit? It's pretty wild. Are you ready to fully fucking believe it and trust yourself? It's easy to believe shit. It's easy to get into like, there's enough evidence that magic and fucking woo shit exists. That's not like what a fucking leap at this point. But like, you really got to believe it and trust yourself that you know how to use it and work with it. Really. That's the hard, I don't know, the hard part. That's the thing that I think a lot of people miss. They're like, yeah, magic. I think magic is real. Is it real? Yeah, I think it's real. Oh, I can use it, but do I trust myself to use it? That's the question. Yes, is the answer. Does a firm persuasion that a thing is so make it so? That's a William Blakeism. I might have mentioned it last episode. Your answer to that question will determine how far you get with creating your reality in the way that you want to. Um, for people who are like, no, that's insane. When Donald Trump or someone else says something that's clearly infactual, does that make it so? Well, there's good news and there's bad news. The bad news is totally yes. For him and for a lot of other people, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Just objectively, subjectively, it doesn't matter. That's the point. A lot of people they do get caught up in this thing called facts. It's a Neville Goddard thing I love from him. Facts overflow the world. You read the paper, you hear the news, you see these things. These are facts. Those are facts. That's how it works, Jack. It's like, okay, you sure? Do you understand the nuance of this shit? You have no fucking idea. Do you need to? If you want to, sure, go for it. But if you're getting caught up, like, I don't know. I don't know. I see my friends get caught up in like Biden stuff, and they're like, shout out to my friend Zach. I'm gonna flame you right now. He's like, Zach loves sports. This is probably the biggest sports fan I've ever met. Just fully appreciates them in all their glory and the psychology and the emotion. It's great. I'm gonna pump his shit up. I'm gonna tell him, yo, listen to this. I'm gonna pump his ego up and then fucking smash it by shitting on his tweet. So he loves sports, and I saw him tweet out. He was like, I'd gladly give up a year of sports for Biden to win. It's like, dude, come on. You don't want Biden to win. Who gives a shit? Really? Biden's a dork. At least Trump's not a dork. He may be a bully. He may be an asshole, but he's not a dork. Is this a bad stance? Is this relatable? Let's get it. Let's do a little recap. Yacht. Mediterranean. Stunting. Defending Trump. Calling Biden a dork. Am I right wing? Did I get red pilled? What the fuck is going on? No, it's fine. We're good. But anyway, my point is this is like, don't give a shit about the stuff that's not important. Focus on your own shit. What do you care about? What do you want in life? There'll always be endless distractions in life to draw your attention to external circumstances. There's facts, there's situations. It's great. Engage with the ones you enjoy. The ones you enjoy are great. And if you're malleable enough that you can actually enjoy all of the things and not like like weird passive dork really shitting on dorks today. In like a non kind of like detached way, but in a full appreciation way, you've hacked life. That's cool. That's super cool. I like that. Okay. Your desires are heaven sent by you. Spoke about that. Holy Spirit, come down. That's what's going on. What else we got? Yeah. Have you realized you're ready to be God as you? Yeah. So as you're ready to be God of your world. I don't want to make it sound like it's just your limited perspective and perception of what your world is. You're doing this whole fucking thing. We're all doing it. It's improbable. It's incalculable. Incalculable? Incalculable. It's really hard to understand that how could everyone be doing that? That doesn't make sense. But they are. But the way you really discover that is you go, what do I fucking really care about? What's important to me? What are those things? Can I then use my imagination, my consciousness, my sense of I am? Can I use? I'm going to take another sip of water. All right, it's going to go. I think I'm just thirsty at this point. I can't blame that on Cottonmouth. Cottonmouth lady. Can't do it. I hope you appreciate this episode, and I hope I'm not making undue mouth sounds. There's literally a name, she said. It's like a disorder. She can't listen to Cottonmouth, yet somehow says every time. I guess it's fair. I understand. But anyway, you're ready to be fucking episodes. You're ready to be God as you. That's basically you become reality. You become what you've always dreamed of becoming. Whatever that is, get to the bottom of it. People will probably start looking at you and acting like, how the fuck are you doing that? That doesn't make sense. Or maybe they'll call you really lucky. They'll be like, hey, you're really lucky. You really seem to be on a good luck streak. How'd you do? What's going on? And you'd be like, I think if you really understand and have conviction about this, you should be able to freely share it, right? This is the abundant mentality. This is like the manifestation things. Now, people can be like, well, then why is anyone ever charging money for anything if they should just be giving it away for free? That's totally valid. Here's the thing. I know all of this shit. I love paying for readings. It's one of my favorite things to do. I also love money. I love investing in crypto, in Tesla, although I don't know if that's a good idea. What's up with Elon Musk? Where do we stand? on Elon Musk. Sean from Very Ape does not like Elon Musk. I think he's kind of a doofball who probably thinks he's smarter than he is, but is still kind of smart. But he says dumb shit sometimes. That's my stance on him. I don't know that I have a strong opinion either way, but he's kind of a fun character. I like Grimes, I like Oblivion. That's a great song. Anyway, we got sidetracked. God, you, that's what's going on. It's cool. Just like you'll find what you actually want to do in life. And then you just imagine the feeling of how it would feel to having already done that. For real. Like it's just natural that you would do that. See what happens. Then you prove yourself. Then it gets weird and mystical. So, like, this is the old bait and switch. You start with manifestation, you start with abundance, you start with all these things, and you're like, I'm gonna get all this stuff or all these things and feel this way and blah blah blah. And then you're like, oh shit, there's some other dimensions of this that I may not have thought of. And if you continue to follow that breadcrumb trail of like, what does this actually mean? What is actually going on here? You may get to some pretty fucking cool places. That was like 2 months ago. I got to a space before. Granted, it was on nitrous and ketamine. And I was like, wow, I've never been there. I've never felt like that before. What the fuck was that? It's like, that would be interesting to experience on a regular basis. You never know when that's going to happen. Never limit yourself by thinking you've experienced everything there is to experience. I didn't even write that down. It's just a good thing. Your prosperity is long lasting if you accept it, right? You can be prosperous essentially eternally if that's what you desire. It really, really is just like it's a key fucking aspect of everything. Have you realized everyone wins yet? That's a good one. If you're still thinking in terms of like winning and losing, you're not getting it yet. That's cool, but no one really loses if you're like, surely this horrible person must lose at some point. No, even they will win. They'll win. And if you bind them to a state of losing, what are you doing? You ain't winning. That's for sure. Have you realized it's always better than you think it'll be yet? That's true. In my experience, and when I didn't believe that, that wasn't true. Let me point that out. If you're at a point you're like, this just doesn't sound accurate. This guy's lost it. He's feeling good because he's living a magical life. I didn't always feel like this. And when I felt like, things are the same, this is how it works. That's what I got. That's what I got. For real. It's how everything works. And you go, well, my external reality is reflecting back shitty. Well, then what's going on there? Maybe try to direct it in a different directions and see what happens. I mean, it doesn't feel like, and if it feels like there's blocks, you can use other people, you can use things. If you want to do it yourself, that's also an option. I find it easier to do with other people. Put little helpers in your life. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're really God, like, why wouldn't you do that? You just want to be lonely? I don't think so. Bitcoin is good. Wrote that. That's true. Buy some Bitcoin. I'm so fucking lucky. It's insane. That's not true. I'm not lucky. Fucking generate this stuff. But I am lucky too. Believe that. It's fun. It's fun to be lucky. It's like, whoa, that's cool. Have you realized you can? I'm going to take water. I heard Cottonmouth. God, it's like I'm living in your brain today, lady. Have you realized you can empirically prove you're God yet? This is important. This is really important. I think a lot of people take exception to this because they're like, those two terms don't go together. Empiricism, science, you say, and God? I think not. By the way, I'm listening to this Rudolf Steiner book, Knowledge of Higher Worlds. Jesus, German people. Whoa, I know he's so smart. It's found in biodynamic farming. Waldorf schools is the best. Super cool. But geez, man, so explainy of things. It's like, get to the point, bruh. But anyway, I don't remember what I was talking. Oh yeah, empirically proving that you're God. Okay, you can do this. This is how you do it. You can go back the easiest way imaginal techniques. Number one, start from there. It's the easiest. I'm just gonna keep saying it's fucking easy. There's probably a link. My helper is doing these awesome write-ups. If you go, by the way, excuse me, if you go to syncpodcast.com and look at the episodes starting a few ago, yeah, really detailed, fucking awesome recaps and show notes. Fucking nice job, Ganesh. Fucking nice job, dude. I really appreciate it. So you can go check those out. They're really cool. Okay, we talked about everyone winning. Oh yeah, empirically proving your God. Use the techniques. Do we want to go over like the most basic? And the easiest thing to do is the feeling stuff. You just feel it is true and you accept it. But if you want to like add some other things to really blow your fucking mind, here's what you do. As you're going to sleep at any point or in meditation, whatever people want to do. Get into a meditative state before sleep. It's very useful. That's why the reason I say before sleep is because like you don't have to try too hard. Let me meditate in the perfect Zen-like way. Nope. Just go to sleep. And right before you go to sleep, do this. Find something you desire. It can be anything. I would start with a big feeling like bliss, joy, happiness, fulfillment, but anything you want. It could be a specific thing, right? Find a situation that would imply that that's true. That could be someone being like, wow, you look so blissful. And you could be like, I feel so blissful. Give it the tones of reality. When you build this scene in your imagination, you can hear it, you can see it from within your own perspective. You're not watching a movie of yourself doing it, it's from within your own perspective, out of your two eyes. You're going to replay this scene 3 to 5 seconds, and then you're going to feel how you would actually feel. So remember, this is something that implies that it has already happened. It's not something you doing the act of the thing you want to do. It's already happened. You feel, you live from the end. That's a Neville Goddard thing, right? You live from the end, you feel the feeling, drift off to sleep, sweetie pie. That's it. You're done. See how you feel. If you wake up the next day, feel exactly the same, do it again. That's it. Eventually, what will happen? Oh, here's a little hack. Forgot about the turbo boost. Also, build into the scene a sense of awe and just like, what the fuck? Like, holy shit, I can't believe it worked. Because when you do that, it's like a really powerful trigger. It's like something you can latch onto, like a comet whipping around a fucking star or something. It's like, whoa, turbo boost. I'm into it. Try that. You can empirically prove you're God. Now, you could say, no, no and no and no. Let's say two people want the exact same thing. What's going to happen? Well, what's going to happen is if you want the exact same thing, which is highly improbable, by the way, you probably want experiences that you're getting. That's the truth. But if you really don't want those experiences, and let's say two people were focused on the exact same thing, well, the one with the stronger belief that this is how reality works will inevitably get it. It's not a good or bad thing. It's just how it works. You want evidence of this? Look at Donald Trump. No one wants this dude to be president who doesn't like him. They hate him so much. He's just figured out a way because he believes it so much to use that energy, at least for his first term, to first like that. I do think Donald Trump's going to win again, by the way. Like I do think so. And I think people are going to be like, what the fuck? And that's like the logical, rational part of masculine energy being like, what the fuck? And you know what? It's not good or bad. It's destructive. That would be feminine. It's a balance of things. Anyway, you could look at Trump. He's figured out how to fucking just believe that he is more than other people. It's fucking crazy. It makes no sense logically. It's like, what? How is this happening? But he did it because that's how shit works. So empirically prove you're God. That's how you do it. Deleting some stuff. Have you realized what travels faster than the speed of light yet? Let's get some guesses in. No. It's just love. And I know that's corny as fuck. I know how corny that sounds, but it's so much faster. Light is like a physical reduced crystallized version of it anyway. So like if you generate the feeling, it precedes that. Pretty sure of this. Prove me right, quantum theorists, theoretical physicists. Prove me right on this. Can we measure love yet energetically? What the heart does or what resonance it puts off electromagnetically or some other way? Do that. Do some experiments, guys. Okay, so that really is true. Check it out. Think how fast you would have to move to get somewhere. Do you know you can go to like Venus? Do you know Venusian days are like 275 days long? Some insane shit like that. That's really a long time. And that's how long they are. You can live there. You can live in Venus. Feels like Earth. Kind of feels like Earth. Looks like Earth, but alas, let alone, lo and behold, it is not. More water. This is the episode of 1,000 water breaks. Makes sense. There's a lot of water in my life right now. It's just what's going on. I do recommend this Book of Doors, uh, deck of cards, Egyptian thing. I'm really getting into the Egypt stuff right now. Spoke about how sinning is just missing your mark. For people who have negative connotations with sinning or you can't do something, it's just missing your mark. Correct your aim and do it again. That's good. Imagine how you would feel when you let all the pain go. That's good. That's a good feeling. Live from there. That's great. If you're dealing with physical, emotional, psychological stuff, just imagine how you feel when you let it all go. Live from there. It's pretty cool. Do it before you go to sleep. It's an easy way. You don't have to think about it too much. There are no accidents, and predestined fate doesn't determine your fortune or misfortune. That's really important to remember. People feel like they're constrained by fate or fortune or blah, 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 blah. No, it's not how it works. Experiment with it. See if you can generate some fortune in your life. And when you get a misfortune, take responsibility for it. That's you. It's okay. It's cool. You're teaching yourself something. Do you not want to learn a lesson like that? You want to learn it a different way? Go ahead and do that. Okay, we're going to clip it there for this type of shit. Should we talk about what I think is going to happen? People like my predictions before the year, earlier in the year, about what 2020 was going to be, and it's kind of lived up to expectations. It's going to be fucking wild, right? As we reshuffle reality into a different way of being. I think what we're likely to experience, I don't know that the second wave of the virus stuff is going to be this big fucking observable thing, but we will continue to be hit with um, intense energy, probably for the rest of 2020, maybe for some of 2021, but it will ultimately resolve in something really harmonious and beautiful. And you're probably going to have to trust, um, you know, that it is going to work out when it looks like sometimes it's not. But these are just opportunities and tests for you to kind of deal. And it's not like I'm thinking of something specific. Just to be clear, it's not like, oh wow, there's going to be some fucking horrible catastrophe. It's not really what I think. I just think the energy, regardless of whether you're actually in a situation that's intense or not, or just feeling it, is going to be present as kind of like shake off a lot of dust and kind of collectively wake up. And I guess that wouldn't be true for literally everyone on the planet, but people listening to this podcast, I'm pretty sure it is. I do think there is a collective kind of rebooting and refreshing going on. And we're kind of in like the restart phase, and like the power is getting like, it's like turning back on. People are like, what the fuck is going on? I don't even know if we're at the power turning back on point. I think we're in like, I think the computer needs to be shut down, or we're shutting down the computer for a little bit so then we can reboot and refresh, right? I think that's what's going on. Just the hunch. So, I mean, I don't think it's going to be anything bad. I think things are going to be good. The way I'm talking sounds like it's going to be bad. I just think it's going to be intense. Have you experienced any intense shit this year? It's not going to be probably worse than this. I don't think so. I think some people may have it rougher. But if you understand anything that I've been talking about, you should feel empowered. You should feel knowing that whatever is going on collectively, you have the power to individually change your reactions, your perspectives, and generate a reality that is more in tune with what you want in the world. There may be people with opposing viewpoints, but believe me, everyone wants the same thing. It may not look the same, but they want love, right? That's what they want. They want to share it. They want to express it. They want to receive it. They want to give it. They want it to be harmonious. And it sounds cheesy as fuck. And of course, there's suffering and anger and hatred. We live in a world of duality, but if that's your fucking job, is to operate from that space and recognize it's not a manipulative or kind of weak position to operate from, you're fucking good. It's fine. But just you actually have to maintain that, and then be okay with what you want to do. Like that's also really important. You have a role, you have a function. Being able to determine what that is and being okay with it are two different things. You can be like, "Whoa, this is what I'm supposed to be," but you have to be okay with that too. A lot of readings are coming up, where people are talking about, what do I do? What do I do? What do I think? And I don't do fortune telling. I don't tell people specific things. If they badger me enough, sometimes they'll get me to admit something or relay something that feels like it's going to happen. But what I do tell people to do is like, you you have the fucking power. You legitimately have the way to do it. So they can tell me a circumstance, a theme of their life, an area, something they want to like get insight into, and we just drill down real quick and be like, you can do that. Did you not? Did you forget that you could do that? And so it's an effective thing. I don't even know if I should call them readings at this point, but there's something where we basically just like, people feel different at the end of them and they feel empowered, and then they usually get back pretty soon and be like, yeah, there was a fucking shift there and I get it now. I appreciate it. And then, there's always learnings to be had. That's the beautiful thing. It's like an endless path of curiosity. Serve up your feelings in the best possible way. There is a Patreon. You get the aforementioned Discord server, Crypto Sync, where we talk about not just crypto, but all the things. There's a giving thing there. It's fun. Uh, we do Q&A episodes 2 times a month for the base $7 level. I call it basic level. For the $7 level, you get 2 Q&As where you get to ask questions. I'll answer them for exclusive patron stuff. The $13 level is bonus episodes. There is a bonus episode coming for patrons this week, even though I'm Turkey. Wi-Fi's been shaky. What can I say? I'm on a fucking boat. What do you want? But there are bonus episodes plus the other stuff. And then the $22 level is for the smoke sessions. These are the Zoom meetings where we smoke and hang out. The next one is in August, so you have time to join for that if you want to. And we'll be doing some other fun stuff. I think more video, I think more get-togethers. I think, there's going to be a way to navigate how we interact as people. So that's going to be fun. That's it. Readings are open for Leo season. There's links to all this shit. You guys get it. It's not complicated. That's it. I love you so much. Happy imagining.